Are you an abuser? That's my question to everyone listening to me now. Are you an abuser? Many people do not know that there's abuse in the church or there's domestic violence among church going people because they don't know what it means to be an abuser. They do not know the attributes that make one an abuser. I'm going to give you examples. If you come to your home and your children run into the room, immediately they hear you coming in, you're an abuser. If you have used your mouth to make your spouse to feel so insignificant, you have told him or her how useless, how much of a non-entity he or she is, you are an abuser. If you have used your actions to intimidate your spouse so much so that the gifts they had, the things that were giving them joy before, they are no longer interested in them, you are an abuser. If you have brought your children to the point that they'll be dying in silence, but instead of saying anything to you, they will rather go and meet a predator out there, or they will rather die because they're afraid of you, you are an abuser. My fellow madam, if you are in the house and your housemate sleeps on the floor when there are empty beds there, your housemate eats only leftover food infested with cockroaches, after which you give them flagella, as one woman said, you are an abuser. Are you an abuser? There are different forms of domestic violence. It is not only when somebody beats another and the person dies. It is not only when somebody breaks the head of another. There are different forms. There is emotional abuse. There is psychological abuse. There is sexual abuse. There is financial abuse. Then the physical abuse is even almost the last one. Are you an abuser? Financially, you have crippled your spouse. Wife, most often, she cannot spend 10 kobo without taking permission from you. You've made sure that everything money in that house is under your control. It's only when you bring out, then she will spend. She dare not send anything to her parents. She dare not make her hair without permission. You're a financial abuser. Emotionally, you've made him or her to believe I married you out of pity. You are not up to my standard. I meet people out there. I see ladies out there. Do you know how many men are after me? So the man feels so low, so little. The woman feels so insignificant. You're an emotional abuser. These are happening in Christian homes. Are you the one that will use your mouth to tell somebody the history of their life? You remind that house help, if you didn't pick her up and brush her, she would have died in the gutter. After all, her parents don't even have a home. After all, nobody will ask after her. And even if she's killed in your home, nobody will question her. You are an abuser. I can go on and on. Are you a sexual abuser? Do you know that some men actually rape their wives? You have sex without consent. You pin her down on the bed when you're having sex with her. You just finish lambasting her, and whether she feels like it or not, you take her to bed because you quote the scriptures. The Bible said, "Don't deny your spouse of their dues." You're an abuser. Are you the kind of young man that makes your wife to dress seductively? She doesn't feel comfortable with what she's wearing, but you have told her if she doesn't dress that way, you will dump her and go for the ladies out there. You're a sexual abuser. Are you an abuser? How is your home? How is your secret life? Are you the ones that quote scripture to defend your inefficiencies? Are you the one that use the Bible and turn it upside down and tell the wife how she must submit, or tell your husband how he must provide, even when you're doing nothing to help in the home? You're an abuser. There are different forms of abuse. So if we're able to check our lives, you'll know whether you're abusing your family members or not. Not just your spouse, the people living with you. Your relations can come to your home, but your husband relatives or your wife's relatives, they cannot come in because you have built a hedge around you. You're an abuser. You have separated your husband from all his friends, separated your wife from all her friends. Make sure that your children have no say except what you say. You're an abuser. Check your life while I check mine. If every one of us should discover whether we're abusers or not, abuse will be reduced in the church of God. What I'm saying is just for our help. Please, I remain your friend, Ijoma Igwesi of Family Matters Nigeria. God bless you. I love you all. Thank you.